was their thing. Guys, I have been cool a time or two in my life.
I remember.
It's true.
Oh, see, okay. I have witnesses. I remember one time back in middle school, when I was not popular, like 6th or 7th grade, and I went to Camp Gilead, and I showed up there after being not cool at school, and I showed up my first day there, and guess what? The cutest girl in all of camp liked me. She liked my hat. She thought I looked cool. Sent one of her friends over because apparently that's how it's done. And her friend asked if I wanted a girlfriend for the week. I was like, okay, cool. This is a cool camp. For that week, all the girls liked me and all the guys wanted to be me. I was cool. And then I went back home. I was only cool for that 1 week. I wasn't cool in middle school. I wasn't cool in high school. I was just, I had my moments. I think I was reasonably likable, but while the bumper sticker is fun, I think it has a lot of point to it, and that a lot of people used to be cool, but it definitely draws attention as people want to figure out who in the world used to be cool. So, it's kind of my question tonight, guys. I want to find out who is cool, what makes them popular, why, and this is what we're talking about. As we're talking about all the social media stuff and trying to figure out different pitfalls that we're going to encounter. One is popularity, and so Justin put this on me and said, I want you to talk about it. And I said, okay, I'll see what I can come up with. And I'd like to ask you guys specifically, give me a short and quick definition. What to you is cool? What defines popularity to you? Do I have some people that want to give me an answer? Yes, Connor?
Something that the general public likes.
Something the general public likes. Okay, yes, Emma?
Following social norms.
Following social norms, absolutely. Anybody else? Josh?
Marty Scoffer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ruining it all. Okay, the next answer, I guarantee I'm going to say great answer, and no sarcasm. Let's see. Anybody else? What's the definition of popularity?
Hang on, let me look it up.
You're going to look it up. Okay, we have Webster is going to be our next answer, apparently. So,
Go Webster.
are we ready?
The state or condition of being liked, admired, or supported by many people.
Wow, the state of condition of being liked, admired, and supported by many people. So I guess that answers it. Thanks, guys, we're done. No? No, we're still going. Okay, so I'm asking you guys, is being popular, is this good looks? Is this somebody that, well, is it good looks?
Yeah.
Is it muscles? Is it money? Is it humor? Is it kindness? What is popularity? What makes people popular? Athleticism? That tends to be something. What about the ability to beat middle schoolers at a game of bump?
Yeah!
Yeah, because I beat you all the time. Yeah. So, what makes somebody popular? You know what, guys? Popularity is a moving target. So if you picture me saying, hey guys, you all get a piece of paper and you get to throw it at me, except I'm doing this, and you got to hit the target. Would you rather I be sitting in one spot?
Yeah.
Or would you rather I be a moving target? It's a lot easier to hit a stationary target. Popularity is a moving target. It changes all the time. And that's something you guys got to figure out now so that you don't chase it and get tired and get frustrated and give up. Let's make sure that we understand it's a moving target. It's not meant to be caught that often. So, the goal of being popular and the idea of what is popularity changes as time goes on. When you're 2 years old, the most popular person in your life is probably either your mother, who feeds you the most, or your uncle who makes the best fart sounds. It's absolutely, it's not the guy that's got the cool pool in his backyard. You don't even know what's going on there. But the guy that can make fart sounds for a 2-year-old, woo, winner, popular, absolutely. As a 5-year-old, now we shift into Legos. If you've got yourself a buddy that's got the coolest Lego sets in the world, popular, absolutely. It shifts into something different. Those fart sounds might still be good with 5-year-olds too. Age 9, now it's some of these kids that are really involved in lots of sports and lots of activities. They have lots of friends that intertwine in different areas, and all of a sudden, oh wow, look how many friends they have. They're super popular. Age 13, now we're talking maybe some of the funny kids. It's also the ones, maybe they have a super nice house that you like to go to, and now the pools really are helpful. We like pools. What about the ones that you can be yourself around? Are they the ones that maybe you enjoy spending the most time around? The ones that let you be 100% you and be sincere and honest with yourself? It changes a little bit as we get older. As the 13-year-old, I hope you're still not impressed with the fart sounds. It might be. Age 17, now it starts shifting a little bit. Hormones are involved. Good looks, nice cars, money, star athletes, the best athletes in your school, cheerleaders, all things that are going to be drawing people in and making them popular. Maybe it's a friend you've known for years that you're able to tell your secrets to, that they know you better than anybody else in the world, and to you, that person is popular. Once again, moving target. All of those things can be considered popular. Unfortunately, I also could be the kid that's nice to every single person in school except those that aren't his good friends. You might want to be close to that guy because you don't want to get picked on. You don't want to be on his bad side. So things change a little bit as you get a little older in terms of popularity and what it officially means. It's not always pleasant and fun, but it's not always horrible either. It's got its good and its bad. As you get older, the idea of popularity fades away. So I don't know if Erica and Justin can confirm this for me, but at least in my world, I hit like junior, senior year of high school, and all of a sudden the reality hit that, oh wow, I don't need to be popular. Holy cow, it's not actually that big of a deal. I'm going to miss some of my friends. As I get older and go into the real world and go to college and do this stuff, I'm going to miss some of these people and these relationships that I was so concerned with being in one group or another. Now I want to invest in the people that I have in front of me. And that shifted absolutely as I started to age within school. Things are different when you get older, guys. They're definitely different. Who here has ever swam in one of those big outdoor swimming pools that are just probably perfectly the size of this area right in front of me here? Yeah? So one of the funnest games, and you can show me with your hands who's done this game. One of the funnest games when in a swimming pool is to walk around the outside of the swimming pool.
Sorry.
And you just keep going as fast as you can. And then you get your buddy on the other side. You say, go to the other side, go to the other side. And then they start going the same direction. And then your buddy jumps in and go to the other side, get in there, get in there. Now you've divided up and now you're all going the same direction. What happens when you all go the same direction? Yes, Drew?
You make a whirlpool and
Whirlpool! And then you have your little brother jump in and he goes, no, getting distracted. Whirlpool. So I want you guys to keep that in mind. Remember that for a little bit later. Jesus was popular, guys. Jesus was popular. If you read through the Bible, you'll find very quickly Jesus was popular. There's plenty of spots in the Bible that it tells you. At a young age, he drew crowds. When he was younger than you guys, he was speaking God's word, and he had crowds coming to see him. They were amazed at his intellectual abilities. He fed thousands, crowds of thousands of people. How do you get thousands? They follow you. This wasn't just that they popped up and he fed them. This wasn't a commercial for something, a magical food. No. Thousands of people were following him because they knew he could solve their problems, and he was popular to that group of people. This guy had actual disciples. So guys, this sounds like followers and likes to me. This guy had everything when it came to that. Jesus was popular. The Bible actually says that when Jesus came down from the mountain, large crowds followed him. Matthew 8:1. That great crowds came to him. Matthew 15:30. That crowds gathered around him again. Mark 1. Again, we see crowds in Mark 3:7-8, Luke 9:11, Luke 23:27, John 6:2. You see the theme here? Jesus was popular. People followed Jesus. Jesus entered Jerusalem on a donkey. Palm fronds everywhere, everybody shouting his name. He had just risen Lazarus from the dead, and everybody was super excited. Look at this guy, he's amazing. This guy was popular. People cheered, laid their clothes down on the ground, whatever that means. I didn't research to figure out, but I think nowadays if someone was to be laying their clothes out on the ground as I was going through a random parade, I would think that probably was some form of honor. Weird, but they're laying their clothes down on the ground in a way to honor him. He was popular that day for sure, guys. If you were hanging out with Jesus and his disciples that night, guess who was in the in crowd? It was you. If you were hanging out with that guy, you were absolutely one of the cool kids. Now let's fast forward in the story. Jesus was paraded through the streets for a whole different reason. They were ready to execute him because he claimed to be the living Son of God. All of a sudden, what he said no longer fit their norms, no longer fit what they agreed with. Now, all of a sudden, this entire group of people shifted on him. He was mocked while on the cross. The chief priests and the teachers of the law, the same people, different day, they all mocked him. Even his most loyal friends abandoned Jesus on that day. It was definitely not cool to be hanging out with Jesus that day. That was one of those days where he was absolutely abandoned and he was no longer cool at that moment. Now remember the pool? As we're going around in a circle and the whirlpool has started, so much fun. You can get your brother to jump in and do you know what happens when that brother jumps in and makes sense? It's because he's getting swept away. He's getting swept away in the current. He can't get his footing. He can't jump in without getting swept away with what's already happening. He jumped in to what was already happening, and he didn't even get a chance to get his footing right. Yes, it's funny to picture your brother bobbing up and down, but think of the actual image of when you guys jump into this world that we live in, and the norms are going a certain direction, and they're gaining speed, and the momentum's there. It's going to be real easy to jump in and keep going. It's going to be really tough to keep your feet. The point of all this is that popularity is something that many people seek. We're not even sure why. It's just, we all want to be loved and respected, right? We all absolutely want to be loved and respected. You could be Jesus Christ, and you could be popular, and it could still go away. Still change instantly from one day to the next. Jesus could have gone with the flow. They flat out asked him a question. He could have just agreed, told them what they wanted to hear. Everything would have been fine. But he didn't. He answered the question honestly. He's the risen Son of God. The first time you guys have an opinion that goes against the norms, you're going to get swept up at times. And you absolutely need to keep in mind, it doesn't make you in the wrong. It just means that it's something that society is going to throw at you on occasion. Just imagine yourself as my little brother in a swimming pool and stand up. I asked the question to Facebook. I was ready. I put this little outline together, and I thought, I think I know what I'm going to tell these guys. I think these students, I think I'm on the right page. And I posted on Facebook, hey, Facebook family here, what is the definition to you of popularity? And at least from my perspective, it set off a bomb, basically. All of these adults, over 100 responses that I got from my friends on there, adults that came in wounded and upset and scarred from what is their definition of popularity. A simple question, define popularity. It hurt people's feelings to even answer the question. I got private messages. You know what's crazy too, guys? I saw people on there telling me, oh man, the popular kids this and the popular kids that I absolutely thought they were popular in school. I looked at them and went, no. You were one of the popular kids. Okay. Goes to show that most of them didn't think they were popular. That should tell you something. It's a giant moving target that even when some people think you caught it, you are still chasing it. I got a glimpse of many people's pain on the topic. Many people thought popularity meant having to be mean, rude, lack character, look down your nose at people. We were watching a fun show today. Apparently, my kids like weird cartoon shows. Gravity Falls, apparently. And somebody said something about trashing on one of their girls they didn't like on there, and she said, she's rich. That means she's already cheated in life. The kids all looked at me, I'm like, no, that's not no. No. Lots of people start making assumptions about those that have it potentially better than them, at least from their perspective. No, just because somebody's rich doesn't mean they cheated at life. And just because they're popular doesn't mean they had to step all over people. And one thing you'll notice is as you get older, that is absolutely not the case. Those that are liked are the ones that are loving and kind and invest all the things that you guys are right now, and that you're just grabbing on to protect, those are all going to be beneficial to you in the long run. It's a little tougher at your age right now because it makes you think that that's not what's going to make you popular. I promise you, in the long run, you're going to gain a lot more friends that way. So these were some of the people that thought popularity was such a bad thing. Others told of horror stories of their school years dealing with the popular kids. They were bad. Some of these stories were absolutely horrible. Horrible. I thought I had it rough. No, I just was uncomfortable and never felt like I had a place. Others got full-fledged bullied and beat up and harassed, had their property damaged, they're embarrassed, treated so horribly by a group of people that they considered popular. And for that reason, this is a very painful topic. They felt out of place, rejected, judged, bullied, and worse. These were grown adults who were still angry, sad, and bitter over something from years ago. I'd say the average person had to have been 20 plus years since they graduated that answered that. And these were still very sensitive comments. Jesus was popular, guys. He had the opportunity to pick any friends when he decided that he was going to be coming into this world. He could have picked any disciples. He had them all available to him. He could have gone to the most popular people and said, you are the most influential. Come with me. I want you to follow me. Instead, he went to a group of people that wouldn't have been considered popular. Tax collectors and fishermen and such. He could have picked anyone. He knew who the best of the best were at that point. He went and he talked to them. The world didn't necessarily see them as the best of the best. Once again, it goes to show that there's lots of different perspectives and lots of different views. In Jesus' mind, it wasn't the most influential at that time that he went and talked to. He handpicked his disciples and did not find the most successful, most popular, most educated out there. He didn't go hang out with the popular kids, guys. He befriended many in who society would have looked down on. I don't know if I'm popular or not nowadays. I might be. Sometimes I feel like it. You guys sure made me feel like it when you cheered. That was awful nice of you. Thank you very much. I didn't have to bribe anybody. Thank you.
You can pay me later.
I'm not paying anybody. Some people like me. Some people probably still don't. There's probably people out there that just plain don't like me. There's one thing I'm 100% sure of, guys. Jesus loves me. This I know, or the Bible tells me so. The Bible also says, do unto others whatever you would like them to do to you. This is the essence of all that is taught in the law and the prophet. Matthew 7:12. Do unto others as you would like them to do unto you. Let's not go out and seek popularity. We need to seek to like others, not to be liked by others. We need to seek to love others, not to go out and seek to be loved. We need to seek to listen, not to go out and be heard. We want to seek to see others, guys. This is the big one. See others for what's going on. Something I still have to work on all the time. We want to seek to see others, not necessarily just to be seen. We want to seek to be like Jesus, not like the world. Let's be like Jesus. Go show love this week, guys. Show love to everybody that you encounter, everybody that you get to spend time with your siblings, with your mom and your dad, random people. Like we talked about with the balloons and one of the old ones, go out and bring people their balloons. Be kind, open doors. Be the good students. Be like Jesus. Remember the things you say or do. Remember the story about the eraser? Most I think you guys were here for that one. Yeah, the things you say or do count. They leave a lasting impact on people, for better or for worse. Make sure that when you jump into the pool, and you start yourself your own whirlpool, that you're not just going with the flow of society, but you're going in the same direction as Jesus. Get caught up in the direction that he's going. If you're going to lose control because you are with Jesus. Let's pray. Lord, thank you for this opportunity.